So recently, Hillary Clinton made a return by attacking Senator Bernie Sanders, of course. So now this was during an interview on SiriusXM's Howard Stern show. She was asked whether or not she hated or if she was upset at Bernie Sanders. Well, gee, I wonder why she would be upset at Bernie Sanders. I mean, again, he ran a primary against her. He was incredibly soft on her, much, much softer than, for example, Obama was back in 2008. That was an incredibly vicious primary. He was more, again, and he has the same problem now that he's actually very soft and won't really attack, right? Like you should. Nonetheless, Hillary Clinton, very, very upset that he took so long to endorse her. And yet she says, I'm not mad. In fact, quote, I'm not upset, but I'm disappointed. And I hope he doesn't do it again to whoever gets the nomination. The shade, man. Bernie Sanders is currently polling at number 2 nationally. And by the way, in California, in the California primary, he's now at number 1. So he's doing incredibly well in California, which is now an early primary state and has a good shot, if this holds, at winning Super Tuesday. You win Super Tuesday, there's a good chance that you'll win the nomination. Oh, but no, Bernie Sanders, he'll never win. And so hopefully he doesn't do the same thing he did to me for the next guy. Oh, well, that's wonderful. She said, quote, once is enough. We have to join forces. Howard Stern then pushed it and said, Bernie could have endorsed you quicker. She said, he could have. He hurt me. There's no doubt about it. He hurt me. Are you serious? Are you serious? Look, do you know how many rallies Bernie Sanders did for Hillary Clinton? Quite a few. Was it 5 rallies? No, not 5 rallies. It was 10 rallies. That's a lot of rallies, man. 10? Going around the country doing all these rallies? A lot of rallies, right? No, it wasn't 10. 15? 39. 39 rallies. And that's, again, after she won the nomination. 39 rallies. Bernie Sanders campaigned harder for Hillary Clinton than anyone else I can think of, including Hillary Clinton. So, look, and that's, by the way, after Clinton and the DNC screwed over Bernie so incredibly hard. They rigged the nomination, so they messed with debate schedules. They even used the state parties to funnel money to her campaign. Let's not forget all the crap with Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Donna Brazile handing questions over, as you know, the Clinton campaign when she was at CNN. All this stuff tipped the nomination to Hillary Clinton away from Bernie Sanders. It was not a fair playing field. And yet, even after all of that, Bernie Sanders campaigned his heart out for her, went to 39 different rallies. Would Hillary Clinton, hold 39 rallies for Bernie Sanders if he becomes the nominee? Well, I guess we'll see. But of course, there's little doubt that she would not be a negative influence in this campaign because she already is. All right. So now, here's the thing. By the way, okay. So yes, he campaigned his ass off for her. And you know what that did for Bernie Sanders? That actually ended up hurting him with the base. It did. It did. People still attack him now for supporting Hillary Clinton. Oh, he's a sellout. He's a shill. That's how he got his 4th house, because he got bought off by the DNC. No. The thing is, Bernie Sanders didn't get anything in return for this. In fact, he's getting crapped on not only from his base, but from the establishment as well. Still, as you can see right here, that's because Bernie Sanders is too nice of a person. He's too good for this world, right? He's incapable of doing something, I think, for personal gain. Bernie Sanders has always been about doing what's best for the country. And between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, Bernie made the calculation that, hey, man, look, as much as I don't like Hillary Clinton, as much as, terrible stuff that we said to each other or she said to me or about me, and the nomination process, what's better for the country, I think, in my opinion, is Hillary Clinton right now. And that's why he urged a lot of us, and most of us did vote for Hillary Clinton over Donald Trump. In fact, more of us voted for Hillary Clinton over Donald Trump than Hillary Clinton voters voted for Obama back in 2008. You know what they chose? A percentage of people, of Hillary Clinton supporters, chose John McCain over Barack Obama after this disgusting primary that we had in 2008. And it was a vicious primary. She even spread around a picture of Obama in Muslim garb, right? Oh, is this who you want as president? Muslim? Yeah. All right. More. Okay. So now, here's the thing, right? So Hillary Clinton continues to show that she's opposite of Bernie Sanders, incapable of thinking about other people, right? Just about herself. Because look at the reason that she wanted to be president. I mean, did she have a vision? Did she have was she really looking out for what I can do for the people? Like, if you put me in this position, here's what I'm going to do for America. Here's what I'm going to do for you guys. Do you know what kind of vision she had? I don't. I don't think most of us can think about this coherent vision, right? How to help America. No, it's all about getting into power. Yes, breaking the glass ceiling, and then being remembered for being the one person to break the glass ceiling. That's what that's about. And look, it's the same with Biden and Buttigieg. They all don't have a reason to run for president other than to be the president of the United States. I mean, they don't have a vision. They want power. They want prestige. And look, they can't stand Bernie Sanders because he's not the same way. Bernie Sanders wants to help people and to do positive things for the country, to bring us Medicare for all, to do a massive worker-led movement. I mean, if you look at what he did back in Burlington when he was mayor, he did massive public works projects, fought to change the local makeup of the local government, put in these projects, did all sorts of affordable housing, protections for regular people, fought the developers. I mean, he's got an amazing story for the things that he did in Burlington. And Burlington is a much better place today now than it was before Bernie Sanders ever took power. And so that's a testament to what he actually does. Because when he gets into the power, he puts he basically puts everything into it and actually gets things done. That's not what people like Buttigieg or Biden or Obama or Hillary Clinton would have ever done. All right. So now the thing is that Hillary Clinton is bitter. And I get it, right? But if anybody should be also bitter, it should be Bernie Sanders. And yet, no, he's out there. He's doing the same thing that he's been doing for 40 years. He's talking about policy. He's trying to get the country together to defeat Donald Trump and actually make more positive change. And if Hillary Clinton cared about the country as much as he says, then why not, after losing to Donald Trump, come out and do, a positive vision? Focus her energy, use her clout to fight Donald Trump and actually push for something positive. Take an issue, for example. Look, women's rights would be a fantastic issue, right? Reproductive rights. And I'm not saying that because she's a woman, but because reproductive rights are important and they're currently still under assault by Republicans. There's an issue. Or healthcare, there's an issue. Hillary Clinton, you supported universal healthcare. What happened? What happened? You could take that up as an issue. You could help with Medicare for all. Instead, no, not interested at all. And look, she could have done that. She didn't. Instead, she wrote a book blaming everybody. You guys remember that. And then she keeps going on these interview circuits and blaming the one guy who supported her above anyone else, even though he had every reason not to. We do not want Hillary to go away just because she's an uppity woman, right? No, we want her to go away because all she brings is negativity and division. No vision, no rallying cry behind a progressive wave in the party, just negativity, just 2016 all over again. And so, but here's the thing, right? And look, if she was so hurt by Bernie Sanders taking his time to endorse her, and there's a reason for that, why did she send this letter? Let me show you that letter. Why did she send, hold on, this letter 22 days before the election? And you could see it right there. Right. Hold on a second. There it is. It says, "Thank you so much for campaigning on my behalf. There's never been a more important election," and they always say that. Let's see. She said, "It's the end is in sight. Let's keep fighting for the next 22 days and prove that we're truly stronger together. With warm regards to you and Jane, Hillary Clinton." And of course, she said, "Thanks for all your help." That's a letter. 22 days. Also, I remain so deeply grateful for your commitment to the future we all want to build together. And you know what? It's not just a letter. She also came out on video saying the same thing. "Thank you so much for supporting me, Bernie Sanders." What happened? What happened? She lost. That's what happened. She lost, and she had to blame somebody. Can't blame the overpaid consultants. Can't blame her political operatives or handlers that should never work in politics again because they're disasters. No, she blames Bernie Sanders. Oh, but Jeff, you don't understand. He took so long to endorse her. Do you understand why? It wasn't because, he was angry and vindictive and wanted to get back at her. No. The reason is he was in the middle of a fight with the DNC in order to have them adopt the most progressive DNC platform ever, to enshrine these values, these kind of policies. For all the good that it did in the end, he still fought aggressively for it. You know why? Because he believes in these policies. He believes in real change. And that's the difference. Bernie Sanders, in all of his career, has fought everyone. And he's been fighting for everyone against all the people who stand in the way, all the people who, continue to profit off the status quo, off of regular working people. He has fought for everyone. And yet Hillary Clinton, since she was corrupted by Washington, and there was a time where she wasn't, there was a time where she was a fighter. And I don't want to forget that. You know why? Because maybe someday she'll return to that. I know it's not very likely, but I want her to return to that person. I want her to remember, I'm here to fight for the people, not for myself. But that's unfortunately her mindset. It's her turn. Oh, I'm with her. That was her slogan, her campaign slogan. I'm with her. Bernie Sanders, of course, not me, us. And so, look, there was a lot of things that happened with her campaign. And there was, again, attacks from the right wing, attacks from the left wing, a lot of which were BS. You had sexism. You even had a little bit of Russia involvement. But in reality, her campaign died from wounds that were mostly self-inflicted. She didn't campaign in Washington, I'm sorry, not Washington, but Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. The places where she should have won, and she could have won. She, represented the status quo. No change, no vision. She ran ads, and her entire campaign was based on, look how bad Trump is. Trump bad. Well, we know Trump is bad, but what are you going to do for us? How are you going to be different? What are we going to, what are we going to get for voting for Hillary Clinton? She never could answer that question. So people just weren't excited for vote for her. And so, look, she is the establishment, and that was the problem. Trump ran a populist campaign, and that, unfortunately, is what the country was in the mood for. Not more of the same. And we ended up having a disaster. There's a lot of blame to go around, but mostly it was the Hillary Clinton campaign's fault. And so it'd be really nice if she didn't go around blaming the guy who worked his ass off for her and campaigned for her in so many different places. But unfortunately, she's going to continue to go that route. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.